Attention passionate Seattle Seahawks fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle SEAHAWKS fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying close attention around the NFL lately, you know the landscape is shifting fast. Rumors are swirling that the Baltimore Ravens might be considering a blockbuster trade that could shake up the NFC West, and more specifically, give the Seahawks a major boost. The player in question: Roquan Smith, the Ravens' star linebacker who's been a game-changer on their defense. And the buzz is that Baltimore is open to trading him to the Seahawks, potentially for a first-round pick in 2026 and a reserve linebacker, all while focusing on cap relief as they rebuild around Lamar Jackson, who's aging and looking for a fresh start. This move, if it happens, could be a total game-changer for Seattle and the entire NFC West. Let's break down what this really means. Roquan Smith, at just 28 years old, is one of the best linebackers in the league right now. He's got a resume packed with elite production. Over 8 seasons, he's racked up 758 tackles, 10 interceptions, and boasts a PFF grade averaging around 90. That's a guy who's not just good, he's dominant. He's been selected to 4 Pro Bowls, and in the 2025 season alone, through 15 games, he tallied 102 tackles, 2 sacks, and 2 INTs, with a very impressive EPA per target of -0.19 and a coverage PFF grade of 91.5. Even with a minor shoulder injury in Week 8, he kept his elite stats going. His 2024 numbers are just as eye-popping, with a PFF grade of 92.0, 158 tackles more than any linebacker on the Seahawks roster, and a tackle rate that surpasses even some of the best in the league, like Warner. His ability to stop the run and create turnovers makes him a true difference-maker. Now, why would the Ravens consider trading him? Well, their defense has been somewhat middle of the pack, allowing around 22 points per game. They're sitting on a cap hit of about $15 million, and they're in need of some upgrades, especially at wide receiver, and on extensions for players like Majabuik. Maintaining Roquan Smith at his current salary of around $20 million a year is a tough pill to swallow for Baltimore, especially considering their other needs, and the fact that they've already traded away valuable assets like Mosley in 2023. That trade, while helpful, left their defense a bit exposed, and their offense has been inconsistent, scoring around 24 points per game. So the Ravens might be looking to sell high on Smith, get some draft capital, and free up cap space to rebuild around Lamar Jackson in a way that makes sense for their future. And for the Seahawks, this could be a perfect storm. Adding Roquan Smith to the roster would give Seattle a true cornerstone on defense, a player who could anchor the linebacker core and significantly improve their run defense and pass coverage. Currently, the Seahawks linebacker group, led by D'Andre Swift and others, has shown promise but lacks that elite presence that Smith can provide. Bringing him in would not only boost their ability to force turnovers, with projections suggesting an increase of around 12 interceptions, but it would also help reduce the yards allowed on the ground by roughly 16%. Think about it. With Smith in the middle, the Seahawks would be a nightmare for opposing offenses that try to run or attack the middle of the field. And it's not just about stopping the run. Roquan's impact in coverage is well documented. The numbers indicate he's capable of covering tight ends and running backs effectively, and his presence on the field would elevate Seattle's overall defensive metrics. For instance, his coverage PFF grade of 91.5 in 2025 shows he's a reliable and versatile linebacker who can adapt to different schemes. With Smith's ability to read plays quickly and make instinctive plays, Seattle's defense could become one of the league's most formidable units, transforming from a decent group into a true playoff force. Especially when you consider that the Seahawks have been trending upward this season, with Geno Smith playing at a high level, and the offense finally finding some rhythm. Bolstering the defense with a player like Smith could be the final piece of the puzzle. Now, looking at the bigger picture, the potential addition of Roquan Smith could have serious implications for the Seahawks' Super Bowl ambitions. His presence on the field could boost their chances significantly, especially in high-stakes games. The odds of Seattle winning the Super Bowl could see a noticeable jump, especially if Smith's performance mirrors his 2024 numbers or even exceeds them. In fact, projections suggest that with Smith in the lineup, the Seahawks' Super Bowl odds could improve from +4, 0 to +1, 400, and their chances in the NFC could jump from +2, 0 to +650. This is the kind of upgrade that could make the difference in close playoff battles and add a layer of confidence and swagger to the defense that has been developing nicely all season. And don't forget, the impact wouldn't just be felt in regular season standings or betting odds. It's about the energy, the confidence, and the tangible change in how opponents approach Seattle. With Smith locking down the middle, teams would have a tougher time moving the ball, especially on third down where his coverage skills could turn the tide. Plus, his ability to force turnovers would give Seattle more offensive opportunities, which they've been capitalizing on more and more as Geno Smith continues to lead this offense with precision and poise. The Seahawks' defense, which has been solid but not elite, could suddenly become one of the league's scariest units, especially with Smith's experience and leadership. Now, it's important to keep in mind that this is still just a rumor at this stage, but the signs point to a real possibility. The NFL is all about timing and opportunity, and with the trade deadline passed, any move would likely happen in the offseason or right before the draft. But if the Ravens are truly open to trading Roquan Smith, and if Seattle's front office is willing to make a bold move, this could be one of the most exciting developments of the offseason. The Seahawks have already shown they're not afraid to make big moves when it counts, and adding a player like Smith would be a statement to the league that Seattle is serious about contending for another Super Bowl. This potential trade also raises questions about how the Seahawks might structure their defense moving forward. With Smith in the fold, the Seahawks could shift to a more aggressive, ball-hawking style, emphasizing turnovers and creating chaos for opposing offenses. It's about building a defense that complements their dynamic offense, which has been led by Geno Smith's steady play and a balanced rushing attack. The Seahawks' coaching staff, led by Pete Carroll, has always prioritized smart, aggressive defense, and a player like Roquan fits perfectly into that philosophy. His leadership and instincts would make him a natural captain on that side of the ball, guiding the younger players and setting the tone for what could be a deep playoff push. Of course, this all hinges on whether the Ravens decide to pull the trigger. If they do, Seattle fans should be ready for one of the most exciting and impactful trades in recent NFL history. It's not just about acquiring a star linebacker. It's about making a statement that the Seahawks are all in on their championship quest. With Smith's talent, experience, and leadership, Seattle could see a real leap forward, turning their defense into a nightmare for offenses and giving their offense even more opportunities to shine. The potential is enormous, and the excitement among fans is already building. Looking ahead, the NFL landscape is going to be fascinating to watch. As teams jockey for position and make strategic moves, the Seahawks remain poised to capitalize if this rumor turns into reality. The division is competitive, with the 49ers, Rams, and Cardinals all fighting for their own spots. But with a game-changer like Roquan Smith possibly on their side, the Seahawks could be the team to beat in the NFC West once again. The idea of adding such a disruptive force to an already talented roster is enough to get any Seahawks fan dreaming about playoff runs and Super Bowl glory. And let's be honest, after the ups and downs of recent seasons, we all want to see Seattle back at the top, making big plays, locking down opponents, and bringing that Lombardi trophy home. So in summary, this potential trade involving Roquan Smith could be a seismic shift for the Seahawks. It's a move that could elevate their defense from good to elite, help them control games more dominantly, and give them a serious shot at repeating their Super Bowl success. The rumors are exciting, the possibilities are endless, and the future looks brighter than ever for Seahawks fans. Let's keep our eyes on this story, stay tuned for updates, and get ready to cheer even louder if this trade becomes a reality. The road to another Super Bowl might just have taken a giant leap forward, and it's all happening right here, right now, in the heart of the Pacific Northwest. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Seattle Seahawks news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Seahawks fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you believe Roquan Smith would be the perfect piece to complete the puzzle? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Seahawks organization. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for all the latest Seahawks news. The offseason is heating up, and with every rumor and every move, the excitement just keeps building. Get ready because the Emerald City might be on the verge of something truly special. Let's keep dreaming big and supporting our team every step of the way. Go Seahawks!